What do you get when you seal a British test driver inside a Jaguar with a glider canopy, no helmet, and a prayer? The fastest production car on Earth, back in 1953. Ladies and gentlemen, and my friend Timmy, this is the story of how Britain sent a car into orbit without it ever leaving the ground. Yes, today we're talking about the only Jaguar that once held a land speed record on a Belgian highway with a cockpit setup that would have made even NASA engineers flinch. So grab your goggles, glue your toupee on tight, and hold your dentures, because we're going 172 miles per hour, approximately 277 kilometers per hour, in a bubble-shaped British missile called the 1952 Jaguar XK120 record car. This isn't just a car. This is a full-blown Cold War missile disguised as a British gentleman's weekend getaway. So buckle up, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button like Norman Dewis hits 6,300 revolutions per minute on the Jabbeke Strait. Back in 1953, the XK120 was already Britain's golden child. Slick, sexy, and powered by a twin-cam 3.4-litre inline six-cylinder engine pumping out 160 horsepower, it made 0 to 60 miles per hour, 0 to 96 kilometers per hour in about 8 seconds, and looked like it could seduce your wife and rob your garage at the same time. But Sir William Lyons, the Jaguar boss and man who made James Bond look underdressed, wanted proof this car could actually do 120 miles per hour and more. So where do you go to prove your car's worth? Belgium, obviously. Specifically, a 6-foot, 1.8-meter high stretch of concrete called the Jabbeke Highway. So perfectly straight and smooth, even my neighbor Bob doesn't think it was built by aliens. And that's saying something, considering Bob wears night vision goggles to water his lawn in case the AI satellites are watching. Anyway, in March 1953, a lightly modified XK120 hit 140.789 miles per hour, approximately 226.4 kilometers per hour, earning a telegram from Lyons that basically said, "Good job, now go faster." But then, disaster. A Spanish car, a Pegaso of all things, stole Jaguar's thunder with 150.13 miles per hour, approximately 241.5 kilometers per hour. Lyons walked into the office and told Dewis, "You've lost your record." Dewis, probably still chewing his sandwich, replied, "I didn't even know I had one. Challenge accepted." The engineers got to work. Off came the bumpers, lights, and even the windshield. On went an aerodynamic belly, some suspiciously smooth tires, and a clear bubble canopy, yanked straight off a glider plane. Problem, the canopy was so tight it sat on Dewis's head like a Tupperware lid. They ended up removing the seat and replacing it with a thin rubber mat. That's not driving, that's suffering for speed. Under the hood, it got the business. A C-type engine block with 218 horsepower, high-lift camshafts, twin SUH8 carburetors, a chopped flywheel, and a 2.92-to-1 rear-end ratio. Translation? This wasn't your grandma's XK120, unless your grandma was a jet pilot. It was 173 inches long, approximately 4,400 centimeters, 62 inches wide, 1,575 millimeters, 40 inches tall, 1,100 millimeters, and weighed in at 2,970 pounds, 1,347 kilograms. And Dewis? That man was tougher than Timmy's liver after Christmas. Wearing nothing but a fire suit and goggles, he roared past the 150 miles per hour Pegaso record like it was standing still. At 6,300 revolutions per minute, this aerodynamic coffin hit 173.159 miles per hour, approximately 278.6 kilometers per hour, one way, and averaged 172.412 miles per hour, approximately 277.1 kilometers per hour, setting the official production car land speed record. When he pulled in, nobody clapped, not even a golf clap. Dewis thought he failed, until Lofty England, real name, not a Bond villain, hugged him and yelled, "You bugger, you've shattered it!" This particular Jag, chassis MDU 524, didn't just stop at speed runs. It competed in the 1952 Alpine Rally, then went back to being a road car, then got sold, crashed, vanished, refound, and finally restored over 5,500 hours by JD Classics. It now lives the good life, appearing at Pebble Beach, Salon Privé, and Villa d'Este, like a retired rock star in a tux. And while some might say it's just a two-seater with a death wish and no roll bar, I say it's a two-seater with a brass plate that proves it scared the wind itself. Sure, the brakes were drum brakes all around, and yeah, the only real safety feature was Norman's sheer stubbornness. But this car proved something. If you've got enough willpower, engineering talent, and someone crazy enough to drive it, you can do anything. Honestly, what I liked the most, it wasn't the record. It was how unbothered everyone was. No fancy celebrations, just a good show and back to Coventry. Nowadays, people celebrate setting a microwave clock. This beast didn't end up in a museum or under a dusty tarp. It found its way into the hands of a Swiss collector. And the price? Let's just say it's the kind of number that makes auctioneers sweat and billionaires blink twice. And before you go, want to support more stories like this? You can become a sponsor of our channel. Help us keep digging up the mad, the rare, and the fast before Timmy convinces me to cover the history of amphibious mopeds. Thanks for watching. See you on the next ride.